Hello guys and welcome back. Welcome back to Dylan Still Hobbies, and in today's video we are reviewing again Star Wars Visions. Yes, we are reviewing Star Wars Visions, which is anime Star Wars. It's my two greatest loves coming together. Star Wars and anime. I love Star Wars, I love anime, and boy do we have one of the best episodes to review today. We are reviewing episode 5. What's the title of this episode? The Ninth Jedi. That's the title of this episode. Wow, what can I say about this one? It was epic. It was epic. If I had to give it a rating, 9 out of 10. First off, okay, the animation was amazing. You know what? I actually gotta say more than that though. You know, the scoring for all 5 episodes so far have been amazing, but I really love the scoring in episode 5. I loved the music in episode 5. I thought it was so cool. Dude, the animation, the art style, the designs, they're just so cool. I can't say anything bad about it. I can't say anything bad about it. It's just so cool to see this. And it's really interesting because part of this feels like, part of this really does feel like it fits in Star Wars, and yet there's a little part of it that doesn't fit in Star Wars. And truth be told, that's not a bad thing, because what doesn't fit in Star Wars, I actually love within the context of this episode. Now, I want to give this episode a 9 out of 10, but I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 personally, but that's just, I should give it a 9. I should give it a 9. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 because of my own personal thoughts about how their lightsabers worked in this, because I personally like the fact that we got rid of the synthetic crystal things, and lightsaber crystals, they're not mood swings. You're not going to pick up a lightsaber and have it turn red if you turn to the dark side of the Force. They're not mood rings, okay? They're not mood rings. You have to make a crystal bleed. You have to steal someone else's crystal and use your force against theirs, tearing the crystal apart until it bleeds, because the crystals are alive in their own way. And I love that. I love that. That's something that they did in canon that I actually love. So this part, I'm not saying that, you know, because to me, these episodes are canon to me. I say this takes place in a long time after the sequel trilogy, after the original trilogy, after everything we know about Star Wars. I just can't get over the fact that they did the whole mood ring thing. Even though it was a cool concept, I didn't like that. That was the only thing I didn't like. But what was the actual story of this episode? So, the Jedi, a Jedi, a young man, gets the call to come to a meeting. You know, it takes place long after the Empire, long after, so there's an Empire in place that's destroying all. Again, I'm saying it takes place long after our original Empire. That's just me. That's just me. But there is an endless war going on, and it's been years, and I mean years. It's been eons, centuries since the Jedi have been gone. But there are those who are Force sensitive. So they're called, the ones who are Force sensitive are called to this planet in the Outer Rim, and to this little asteroid into the Outer Rim, by this little Jedi. I can't remember his name. By this Jedi though, to gather all of the Jedi and hopefully build lightsabers. He promises them if they come, he will give them lightsabers. Lightsabers are, of course, the weapon of a Jedi. With the weapon of the Jedi back in their hands, they hope to conquer this war that's going on in their galaxy at this time. So, it's actually about this, a guy who actually forges lightsabers. And it's really, really cool. Now, he's got a little daughter, and, yeah, she's Force sensitive too. Legit, when he actually was shot at and held up his hand and Force pushed the blast away, I didn't know he was Force sensitive. I thought he was just forging lightsabers, but it makes sense that he's Force sensitive if he's forging lightsabers. I thought that was cool, and obviously, she was obviously going to be Force sensitive as well. She will obviously become a Jedi by the end of this, which she did. And, yeah, they were attacked by forces that, of course, are behind the war, and they tried to stop her, but he gave the lightsabers to his daughter, and now she has to transport them to the actual Jedi. Oh, and that's right, the ones that are behind the war are the Sith! I love this. We got Jedi versus Sith again. And yeah, she eventually, after a really cool fight scene through the forest on top of ice, waving a lightsaber around to destroy one of the oncoming attackers. After all of that, and that was really cool, she gets the lightsabers to the rest of the Jedi, and only the one guy turns blue, everyone else turns red, and then the guy that called them there in the first place, there's this really cool droid that was there as well, but the droid opens up, and it's actually the guy who called them in the first place. He's a Jedi Master, an ancient Jedi Master, and now they all fight these Sith. It was really awesome. When they grab the lightsaber, they turn it on. It turns red for everyone except her. Hers turns green, and then the other guy turns blue. The first Jedi that we met. So I loved it. I thought it was a really creative way on doing the story. I'm really happy that we got Sith versus Jedi again. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10. It deserves a 9, but I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Just because of the whole crystal thing. Lightsabers aren't mood swings. Aren't mood rings. There was literally a lightsaber. One of the Sith wasn't a Sith. His lightsaber literally turned purple after he calmed down. I'm like, no, that's not how lightsabers work. You can't just pick up a lightsaber and turn it purple. You have to connect with the inner crystal of the lightsaber. And once it's connected with the user, it changes a certain color to represent something of that Jedi. Of course, if you make it bleed, it turns red. And if you purify a red lightsaber, it turns white. Sorry, my cat just decided to walk in the middle of recording this. That's how lightsabers work! So it's a little tangent, I know. It's not that big of a deal. But that's why I'm marking it down to 8 out of 10 instead of giving it a 9. That isn't to say that this wasn't an epic, and I mean epic, episode of Star Wars Visions. No, not at all. I loved it. I didn't like how the lightsabers worked. But that's just me. Let me know down in the comments below your thoughts about Episode 5 of Star Wars Visions. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out. Bye.